Well, hello, Eastview family. Happy Wednesday to you. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're joining us for the first time, we have been working through the book of John for the past several months. And now for this week, we are going back to the beginning, chapter 1. And today, we are considering the idea of Jesus as the rejected Savior. Jesus, who is the light of the world, the true light, through whom the world was made, was rejected by his own. John 1, verses 10 and 11 says this: "He was in the world, and the world was made through him. Yet the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him." Jesus' rejection by his own is a bittersweet reality of his earthly ministry. He who was the embodiment of love and light was met with rejection by his own people, the very ones who should have recognized who Jesus was. They missed it. They missed the opportunity to behold the light and truth and the salvation and hope that Jesus offered. Now, it might be difficult to imagine how this could have been, especially when we take into account the Old Testament prophecies. One such passage is in Isaiah 53:3, where the Messiah is described as the suffering servant. It says in 53:3, "He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not." He was despised, rejected, not recognized for who he was for all sorts of reasons: religious, political, societal, preconceived notions of what they thought the Messiah should be. But the rejection Jesus faced might remind us of our own human tendency towards the same things: the tendency to overlook the divine in the familiar, to miss the extraordinary amidst the ordinary. When we reject something, it's like we close ourselves off from it, shut off any possibility of exploring its potential depth, its potential significance. Maybe this is the dismissal of an idea, of an experience. Maybe it's dismissal of an emotion or a person. When we do this, when we reject something or someone, we overlook and perhaps even miss something special that God has for us: a hidden beauty, a hidden lesson, an opportunity for connection, maybe something sacred or divine. How many times in the context of our daily life do we encounter routines and situations that might appear ordinary or unremarkable? I wonder what would happen if we approached these moments with a different mindset, an awareness that there is an opportunity to behold something, to behold Jesus, to behold the light, love, connection, transformation. You see, the rejection of Jesus is like a mirror reflecting the potential state of our own hearts. How often do we reject his presence in our lives, either knowingly or unknowingly? How frequently do we close the doors of our hearts to his grace, his love, his teachings? And yet, despite this rejection, there exists still an invitation. Jesus continues to knock gently at the doors of our hearts, seeking entry not as a forceful intruder, but as a gentle guest, waiting for an invitation to transform us. As we contemplate the rejection Jesus faced, let us examine our own hearts to discern if there are any areas where we have shut him out. And may we remember that Jesus' rejection had a redemptive purpose. His rejection became a crucial step in the larger story, the suffering, death, and resurrection that would open a way for us to find forgiveness with God. It became the very path to reconcile humanity with God the Father. May it serve as a reminder of the limitations of our human understanding and the necessity of openness to God's unexpected ways of fulfilling his promises. May we welcome and behold Jesus, the rejected Savior, the suffering servant, with whom lies love, peace, joy, and purpose.